It's the noise. The noise of the thing is awesome, isn't it? I don't know whether you know the history of the Scarab, but the Scarab was financed by a lady called Barbara Hutton, who was the heiress to the Woolworths fortune.
Formula 1 Scarab, which is America's very first Grand Prix car. American attempt to take on the Europeans in Grand Prix racing, which was a total failure.
I had Sterling Moss in the car at Monaco in '59, and he was 7 seconds off the pace, so he wouldn't race the car. The car was uncompetitive due to the engine in period. It was the start of the rear engine era. The rear engine cars were far lighter, far smaller, and they got roughly the same power. So it was 2 years too late in development, really. But in historic racing now, where these type of cars, as you can see today, are now extremely popular, it was the last of the line, so it's a front runner.
Big Julian Bronson, last year's winner, waiting now for sight. What a fabulous sight they make. That's a wonderful picture back from Madgwick down towards the chicane. Green flag waves at the back. We're underway. We're going to go racing with the Richmond Trophy. Down they go. Bronson goes into the lead. It's now a battle for the lead.
We've seen this before. Julian Bronson carries on, pulling across to where he wants to place that Scarab through the corner. Every time Fulters and Rusnell looks like he might have found the gap, he finds a Scarab there.
Last year's winner, Julian Bronson, put down into second place.
This car, I've always wanted a front engine Grand Prix car, and this is just about the last of them. So I wanted a 250F, but I couldn't afford one of them. So we've rebuilt this ourselves, and we do a lot of the work ourselves. But at the circuits, it's run by High Tech, who do a great job.
The basic idea of the car is the engine lies on its side, so the transmission runs up one side and the driver sits lower in the car. That was the basic idea, to get the centre of gravity and the driver lower. So there was a safety element starting to come into the sport. A lot of drivers have been hurt. So the idea basically of the Scarab, roll hoop, driver sitting lower, more side protection. The suspension design on the car was quite advanced at the time, because some of the rear engine cars were still using leaf springs. This had got independent suspension all round, and it was the first car to use pot joint rear suspension in period. These were the first. I mean, that's a very modern thing. It's the noise. The noise of the thing is awesome, isn't it? You know, it's just awesome. Wherever you go, it creates so much interest. There are always crowds of people. If you take this car to Zandvoort in Holland, you will get people come up to you who saw it race in 1959, and they will bring you souvenirs, they'll bring you pictures that they took as children of this car, and it creates so much interest. It's amazing, to be true.